Hello guys, it's Gers TV live. I forgot to do the intro tonight, sorry, so I just came straight on there. My name's Si Leslie.
I'm Ryan Nugent, how you doing?
And I've got Stuart helping us in the background here, guys. So bear with us tonight, we're a wee bit late, bad traffic, and we're in amongst it. For anybody who doesn't know, the Rangers the last week have been absolutely gaff, so it's not going to be the best of shows, but
No, I don't think we're very happy, are we?
the most important thing is we chat about it.
Let's get it off our chest.
Aye, so first of all, I wasn't at the game, I was in Northern Ireland, so I only seen the second half.
Yep.
So I'll need to rely on yourself and the viewers to tell me what happened in the first half.
Well, I gave my ticket away. I decided I wanted a weekend off for the football. I was going to watch it on the TV and stuff. I'm actually glad I gave my ticket away, to be honest with you, 'cause I'd probably still be in the jail, honestly.
It was heavy going.
Absolutely ridiculous, to be honest with you. Just the manner of the defeat. The goals are calamitous. The defending is absolutely brutal, and it's almost like they don't care. The first goal, Goldson lets the guy cross the ball into the box, easy, and the guy gets two digs at it. Actually, literally two digs at it to score before anyone stops him. Second one's brutal as well. Barisic is absolutely able, to be honest with you, totally win the ball.
Yeah.
He tries to pass the ball up in the kind of halfway through their half, final third if you want to call it that. Loses it, they start a transition, starting the counter attack. Now, any half decent fullback, a half decent defender, breaks their neck to get back, to say, I've lost the ball, holy shit, I'm running back and I'm going to make sure that I'm back into defence. I'm a defender at the end of the day. They go up, they go over the right hand side, they move about a wee bit, have a shot, Butland saves it, as he usually does. Unfortunately drops right to their striker's feet, sticks it in the back and out to it. Barisic is nowhere to be seen, absolutely nowhere to be seen. And the third one again is just absolutely horrific defending. It's brutal. Goldson actually lets the guy who scores the goal run right past him. He's out for some reason at right back, trying to stop some sort of attack. He's pulled right out defence, and the guy that scores the goal runs right past Barisic and gets the goal. Goldson, and gets the goal. It's horrific, absolutely horrific.
At this time of the season, it's completely unacceptable, and I can't go down the road of saying, well, it's unfortunate, it's a one-off, because that was the way we played in the first half at Ibrox.
You know, I pulled some stats together for us because I'm trying to dissect what's actually going on here. I'm trying to pull some stats together for you. 8 points we've dropped since the start of March in the league. We're only potentially 1 point behind if we win tomorrow night. So we dropped 8 points.
That's not the form that wins your league title.
No, certainly not. We've only scored 9 goals in the last. We've let in 9 goals in the last 4 league games, which isn't Rangers standard.
So that tells me that there's obviously problems with the defence as well as just the whole team, right?
Aye.
But my worry with this, first of all, is it's the same mistakes, it's the same players, and I've got to include the manager in this, and the reason I've got to include him is I genuinely, and this is something that'll be controversial, right? I genuinely don't think Gio or Michael Beale were as bad as made out, right? I actually think two guys who had good starts with Rangers. Gio got us to a European final. The players let them down so badly that they made them look like fools.
Yep.
And if Clement isn't close, isn't clever, and quickly makes decisions that are going to be unpopular in the dressing room, he's next. That's how football goes.
Really, to be honest with you, for me, the defence is finished. Borna Barisic is mentally checked out at Rangers. He doesn't want to play for Rangers. He tried to pull a sickie during the week of the Old Firm game as well, which just came out. Clement said, "You're no sick, you get here."
So if that's the case, why are you playing him? Again,
who else is he going to play?
Who else is he going to play? So what do we do? I'm going to make a suggestion before we go into any more of the stats, right? I spoke about this last week, and I'm saying it again now. I didn't think I'd have to say it again. The great managers sometimes have to do crazy decisions that you might get crazy, but they're erratic or whatever.
Yep.
I think he needs to drop Goldson and Tav, and he needs to fix that defence now, and he needs to make a statement. That statement might upset players in the team, but if I was Stirling, I would have been upset last week for no playing. So
getting dropped.
Aye, getting dropped. So Cantwell was upset for getting dropped. So you're going to upset players for getting dropped, then that needs to impact on the team. And Goldson, Barisic and Tavernier, I would probably try, if we can, we probably need to cover with Barisic now until Ridvan's back. It's only going to be a couple of weeks, he said, that's the usual, it's out for weeks again. I think he needs to make a statement, is what I'm trying to say. And nobody should be big enough to not get dropped.
Aye. I mean, I think Goldson certainly's got to come out of the team. You see the calamity of defending that's going on. His OG against Benfica was horrific. Absolutely.
Too many times.
Theo Bear has destroyed him at Ibrox playing for Motherwell. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right, aye.
He probably goes to bed at night still thinking about that, because Theo Bear ripped him a new in Ibrox and they can't get away from that.
Aye.
And that's a guy that couldn't even kick a ball for St Johnstone. All of a sudden he's playing for Motherwell and he looks like a superstar. You look at the stuff that went on last week in Old Firm as well, and then you come to Ross County. Now, Balogun before his injury was playing really well. He was keeping Suter out of the team, who's obviously, you know, looks like Suter's the first choice. But Balogun was keeping Suter out of the team, and he's come back for his injury and he's not had a sniff. But Balogun, to be honest with you, hasn't let Rangers down on too many occasions, to be honest with you.
I'd agree with that.
One thing that Balogun will give you that Goldson won't is he'll give you a threat in the opposition box by corner kicks.
Aye. That we don't have that now.
Our goal ratio from corner kicks is appalling.
The only threat we have with corner kicks that we had at the weekend, I'd never seen the first half, so I could be wrong with this, but the only threat that I saw was when Butland went up front and basically Butland became the threat.
Aye.
That's a problem.
There's no point in us crossing the ball for the corner kicks. I stopped clapping corner kicks at Ibrox about 3 seasons ago.
I'm at the stage now. Remember Warburton said, we're not doing corners, we're just going to do short corners because it's no good.
Aye.
And I didn't agree with it at the time, but it made sense why he was doing it. Well, that's what we should be doing now because they players are garbage.
You're throwing the ball into a box, it's actually a lottery. It's actually probably more chance of a team coming on us as a counter-attack than we actually have scoring a goal.
I agree with that, aye. Like Benfica.
Aye.
So that's the problem there. A quick question on this, Ryan. Again, I don't think you know the answer, but I'll ask you because there's only two here to ask. We might as well moan at each other. Where is Ben Davies?
Ben Davies, nobody to be seen, picking a wage up.
Big wage?
Picking a big wage up, aye, yep. By all accounts, as far as I know, he's fit, but just out of favour.
Not in the squad.
Just out of favour. Just out of favour.
Out of favour, and my defence is as bad as it's been in a long, long time.
I'd be Brian Ballot now. The thing is, we're talking about Brian Balogun. Balogun's a 35-year-old man, right? Who's within the last few weeks of his contract, and we're talking about dropping our highest earner at the club
to get him in. It's a bad situation.
That's terrible.
I would even go down the road of Leon King. He should be getting considered because he get thrown under the bus. He was a young boy playing against Liverpool in the games.
If you ask me right now, I would, if I had my own way, Tavernier would be taken out of the team for his own good.
I agree with that.
Right, for his own good. I know we missed his penalties, I know his goal contribution and stuff like that. At the end of the day, his head's gone. His head's went after that Old Firm game. See, after he booted that ball off Maeda, his head went.
Aye.
Totally gone. If you look at Tavernier's interview after the Ross County game, a totally, completely defeated man.
And the serious thing is, he's repeating himself. There's a video out there now, and you probably saw it, and it's just, it's like a rap.
Same shite
Basically,
over and over again.
Same shit, different shovel.
You know. I don't know, mate, because you don't know. So I don't know what you're doing now.
There's also something, my brother Scott pointed something to me at the weekend that I agree with. Tavernier, quite a lot of times this season's mentioned the fact that at half-time or full-time the manager's been putting people's arses. That's the captain's job.
Really?
The captain telling you that, that's the captain's job.
For me, if I could wind the clock back, if I could get a chance to speak to him before he did his post-match interview, I'd be saying to him, listen, go in there and say, forget about the day, today's done. We had a terrible day at the office day. We're sorry for that, we're sorry for the travelling fans that came and had to watch that today. Apologise for it, but we're not done. We're not done here.
Aye.
We're potentially 1 point behind. We've still got to go to them, and they need to beat us. So we're here, we're ready.
But that's leadership.
We need everybody behind us. For the kit man, the tea lady, every single person stand, we need everybody behind us. And I'm angry, and I'm challenging the players in the dressing room to follow me and do this and win this league.
But we didn't get up.
But no, he's head on his shoulders. A picture of Dessers on the bench, and he's got his head in his hands. We're defeated. Absolutely defeated. Shocking.
I can't disagree with you there. It really is that bad.
It's terrible. It's absolutely, it's piss poor, and I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious the way it's gone down.
Anyway, make it worse, the rest of the stats.
Well, I was saying there about Tav, so personally Leon King for me, a wee chance at right back. I don't think Leon King's got it to be a centre half. I don't think he's tall enough. I think that's his main kind of thing that's hindering him. Stelling obviously there.
What's your thoughts, sorry quickly, just on this one, what's your thoughts on the argument that Suter's playing out of position, he should be playing where Goldson is? That's a good argument.
Aye, listen, at this moment in time I hope for all options, to be honest with you. I'm ready to just wipe the slate clean. If that's something that people want to try out, fine. If people want to change up and think we're going to a back three as well, because we're losing goals too often, so do we need to stick another centre half in there to stop the goals getting in and play as a back five, potentially?
We need to do something, because every time the first half at the Old Firm and then the second half against Ross County, every time the ball went into our box, I was expecting a goal.
It's brutal. It's like what I was saying with the Ben Hill music coming on.
Aye.
And but the thing is that, from my perspective, playing football at a low level, see when things are, see if you don't trust the guy beside you, you panic, right? And they're all, if you watch them, everyone's looking at the ball. All their defenders are looking at the ball because they don't trust the guy who's marking, the guy who's got the ball. If you look at the guy on the left-hand side, Tavernier's got him. Now, what should be happening is the defender should be facing up and saying, him there, him there, him there. This is the guy's got, because I trust to have to take the ball off this guy and I trust to have to cut the cross out. But nobody trusts him. Everyone's looking at the ball thinking, right, I'm ready for the ball to come in, because the ball's definitely going to go past him to put the ball out. There's no trust within it here. Everyone's looking at the ball in the bar, like, he's not winning that.
You need to have a strong defence, because see when you've got a problem with defence,
they don't trust each other.
Aye. And Rangers don't have a good enough attack to say we can lose 2 goals, we'll score 3.
And they're all ball watching, so the crosses are coming in, the guy's cutting the cross back, you're too busy ball watching, your man's come off your shoulder and he scored. Yeah. Theo Blair scored at Ibrox because he came off a goal to the shoulder. The guy scored at the weekend because he's come off somebody's shoulder. It's calamitous because they don't trust each other, because they're not good enough.
And I don't know if something's happened in the last couple of weeks, but the communication, and the other thing that I've mentioned, if you remember, I've said this for a while, the concentration. Celtic, Rangers equalised against Celtic and they run up the park and score. There's no excuse on that.
It's bad concentration, but it's also bad professionalism.
Aye. So it's lack of concentration, things like that you've got to be ready for. You're most vulnerable on a football park after you've scored a goal. That's I always say that start.
Yep. Many times you see a manager standing outside the park, go like that.
Aye.
Switch on here, let's go.
So why are we constantly making these mistakes?
So, well,
something that needs to be addressed.
So slagged the defence, pasted them, none of them are good enough, right? No. Thank Christ for the goalkeeper saving us week in, week out,
yeah.
To be honest
but
with you.
If he gets pissed off, because he's enjoying his sale at Ibrox, but if he gets pissed off and the next thing you know you've got...
Straight down.
He's away.
He's away down the M6 and he's out of here.
Aye.
Granted. Right, strikers. Dessers has only scored 1 goal in his last 8 appearances for Rangers. So that be fitting of a number 9?
No, well, right away, no. I mean, back to the argument, some people might give you Tavernier scored more than that. And that
but how many of those are penalty kicks?
Aye. No, I'm just saying, but for a striker,
totally.
It's not good enough ratio goal-wise. Yep. I felt sorry for Neil Firm game because I thought he was chasing everything and I thought the tactics were all wrong.
Yep.
But
you pull people out the stands to chase the ball, they'll say.
I think you need somebody, basically. Rangers are kind of, dare I say it, Shankland. Right, I'm going to have to say it because Shankland's what we needed and we never got him. And by the time we get him, we'll probably be too late getting him next season. It'll be the end of his career. We should have got him in the summer. Sorry, in the winter there. But you're needing somebody, a kind of, I know they're hard to get, a McCoy's type player.
Goal scorer.
The difference with Rangers and Celtic, the biggest difference is they've got players who, if they've got an opportunity to score, they score.
Poachers. Guys that will stay between the goalposts and score goals.
They know how to find the back of the net. We know how to find the first man. See, when we shoot, always hits the first man. If you remember when Tom Lawrence came to Rangers, he was shooting for always. No, he's not got that in him anymore.
Honestly, I think that you could probably take any striker from any other team in the league and they'd probably score more goals than. But I'll be honest with you.
I mean, the adoption of Van Veen, was it Van Veen?
Van Veen from Motherwell. Yeah, and he's back at Kelly just now.
So that would have been pennies to get him, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it'd been pennies to get him. So I don't go down the road that they couldn't afford to get a striker. And they never done it. Maybe you could, all right, the argument could be that Danilo got one of the freak injuries. But you need to be prepared.
But you look at the money we spent with Lammers and Cifuentes, who both only lasted 6 months at Ibrox.
And Lammers he's now had a record.
That's £5 million of the budget right away straight there, which roughly is what you were getting quoted for Shankland. And it's wasted money. They're going to play their football elsewhere now. You're talking about Dessers, who was £3.5–4 million that we're talking for him. Can't kick his own backside. So striker-wise, we're not doing well. Fabio Silva hasn't done great for us either.
The argument with Silva is, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here before I start slotting on myself. Is he a striker? Is he not a striker? Because if he is a striker, why is he not playing as a striker? And if he's not a striker, why did we get told he was a striker? And what is he? Because I don't think he's a left winger.
I tell you one thing, he's not a £35 million football player.
No, without a doubt. But that shows you the mentality of the English league and the Portuguese market and things like that. Money can dictate.
But it's not working at either end of the park, and midfield's just not working. I've done another wee list here of players in it.
Just before you did that, we mentioned the midfield, right? The big talk we had last week, not just here, all the Rangers channels and forums, was that now that the players are coming back, we can build the team around Sterling in the midfield, and other players will need to work their way into the team,
Aye.
and then you find out that Sterling's been dropped.
Aye, for Kieran Dow.
For Dow, who's hardly kicked up on 6 months, but not a year.
I can't. The last 2 games, in my opinion, the manager's picked the wrong team.
Completely wrong team.
Scott Wright starting an Old Firm game when there's other players available. What does Rabbi Matondo need to do to get a start for Rangers?
And then they wonder why his confidence is down.
He scored 2 big bloody thunder bastard goals in the last 2 games.
So he's dropped. Sterling, man in the match, in my opinion, last week, dropped.
Played out of position as well.
So, and playing out of position. So, if it's all right to upset these guys, and it's all right to upset Cantwell, who on his game is probably our best player, why is it not all right to upset Golson, who, remember, didn't want to sign for Rangers? He didn't want to re-sign until the money talked.
Aye.
So, loyalty should be, if you're going to be loyal to people, you should be loyal to the fans, because the fans never ever give up.
Aye. I'm just, for me, the whole Tavernier, Golson, Lundstrom, Barisic, it's done.
That core has to be,
It's done.
if the manager doesn't change that in the summer, and no excuses whatsoever, even if, I will go as far as to say, even if he has to change it and bring in young boys,
Aye.
he's got to change it, because the Einstein, the insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same mistakes.
Yep.
Making the same mistakes as Beale and Gio is only going to get you the sack.
Yep. They've dropped the ball too many times. And it's just, it's like you're saying about the definition of insanity, like, can you trust them to get you? It's almost, see, as soon as you mention the words big game, must win, pressure, their arse collapses.
I mean, these guys, if this goes the way I think it's going to go, and I'm not going to go into that now, see when the season's over and we've got Hearts and Dundee end of the season, we'll put 5 or 6 by them, because there's no pressure on us and we've lost the league.
Well, look at the last Old Firm game of last season.
Aye.
Once the league was out the window, we stuffed the 3-0 at Ibrox.
Too late, too little, too late.
Too little, too late. But we're running about celebrating as if we'd won something, we've won nothing.
Aye.
Pride.
Same as the draw last week. This is the problem. There's a mentality issue, I think, as well as everything else. There's a leadership issue, and there's a concentration issue. But I don't know if there's anything happened in the back of the training ground as well. I don't know.
It just seems as if they're just taking it. It's disappointing, because there's so many games that are driven out. Like Kelly away, bringing that 2-1 result out there. It was a hard game. Kelly were ready for us that night. Kelly had a number that night. It was like, that was a good result. Butler had a fantastic save, and we were 1-0 down at the start of the second half.
Aye.
That's the kind of tangent. That's the sliding doors moment, whether you're going to win the games or not going to win. And that was for that. But then you do that, you do all the hard work.
You don't build on it.
Scoring the last minute goal against Hearts at Ibrox to beat Hearts 2-1 at Ibrox. You know, games like that where you're digging in, you're driving all these results out, to then go away and just chuck it in against Ross County.
In a nutshell. That's that in a nutshell.
It's madness. It's absolutely madness. It just reeks a lack of professionalism.
I mean, you ask yourself, do these guys want it as much as the fans? I really don't think so.
And I'm not even entertaining this whole Dundee fiasco thing. Oh, we were upset because we're meant to be playing, we're not meant to be playing, blah blah blah.
Tough.
Bullshit. Like, see if you're a professional footballer, if somebody wakes you at your bed and one by we've got a game of the 8th game, you should be ready to go. It's professional football.
I know it's a different level, right? But remember the old days of BB football and stuff like that, we had to go down and shovel the park and all that, and boys would do that because they wanted the game to go ahead.
See, I pulled a guy out the pub one day for my amateur team when he scored a hat-trick. He was half cut.
Part of being a football player is you need to want to be a winner, you need to want to win. And there's been a saying that we've heard for the last couple of years, right, that winners find a way to win. Our team have got losers in it that find a way to lose. I would actively say they're going out their way to find a way to lose. Because they goals, Ross County shouldn't be scoring 3 goals against Rangers.
Absolutely no chance. It's the manner in which we lose the goals. Sometimes teams score big thunderbolts and they're going right into the top corner and stuff like that. We've seen it, it happens, and it's disappointing. It's absolutely disappointing.
Was that saying about Kiri that? I'm not going to
spot on, guys. Goals and Tav on the crux of
no,
it.
there was a wee message at
the point Sterling for right back, Tav for right mid. I don't see Tavernier as a right mid. Tavernier's not got the right. Taverniers not got the legs to play right midfield.
We've got more comments and I'll bring them down in a minute. But I think the problem is you need to make. My point is you need to make a statement. See if you're not playing well, you get dropped.
Right.
So if you're not going to drop, if Tavernier can't get dropped and Golson can't get dropped, how is that fair that Sterling can get dropped?
Right. Totally, it's 100%. It's. I just can't. I don't know what influence and what power they have over the dressing room, but it's like when the manager pulled Cantwell off after half an hour against Aris at Ibrox. Right, it wasn't working, and they pulled him off. Who very much at that time was very much seen as our talisman in the team. Aye. You know, he was the fan favourite. He was the poster boy.
The fans sided with Cantwell that night. But I mean, I'm older. I can remember Graham Souness doing it with, he's done it a few times, and all the great managers have done it right. Souness done it with Terry Butcher. The fans didn't know what to do, because I don't want to say I speak for the fans here with that one, but I was a wee boy, but I would say that 90% of the support at the time were behind Butcher at first. But when you look back, Souness made the right decision.
Well, it was the time where Souness wasn't picking McCoist as well.
Aye, yeah, you have to make decisions that are not popular.
Aye,
But this is one that would be easy for him, because if he drops goals in the Tavernier and we don't win the league, well, you go like that, well, at least he's had the balls to realise.
I don't think there's anyone, I've not had anyone turn around and say to me that Goulson shouldn't be dropped from one to the there. There's everyone has the argument with Tavernier that we miss his goals, we miss his free kicks and his penalties and all this kind of carry on. And I get that argument and stuff like that. But for me, there's just as guilty as the other. Two cheeks of the same arse, to be honest.
Something needs to change, because, I mean, all right, you've got Dundee tomorrow night, we think, at Dens Park, we think. But Rangers could go out there and have a great game tomorrow night. Right, but that doesn't mean I'd be confident with Hearts on Sunday. Because they just...
Hearts will fancy themselves, beat us on Sunday. Big time.
What we've got is these guys who are like... I don't want to use the term schizophrenia, but there's two sides to them when they're playing, and you never know what Rangers you're going to get.
VAR decisions. If a decision goes to VAR and it doesn't go away, we don't react well.
The heat goes down.
As a team, as a fan base as well. As a fan base, we seem to kind of go, Christ, that's a bit crap, I'm not too sure about that. And everyone seems to want to have a blather and they're on their phones going, what happened there, me one there? It seems that we very kind of we lose momentum.
I agree with that. The whole thing, just the heats go down, and when the heats go down, it's collectively the heats go down.
It's on the park as well as in the stands. But as the second goal goes in, like the roof nearly came off. I've not heard a scream like that since Leipzig in the semi-final of Europa.
I agree. So what other stats have you got there anymore?
No, I mean, I've wrote down a kind of in and out list. I mean, there's 34 players at Rangers that I would consider part of the first team squad. 12 of which I actually would like to see at the door, and 5 I've got in a 50-50 scenario. So that's actually it is actually 50% of the first team squad I would be really keen if they left.
I mean, wee ones like, simple ones for me, right? Ryan Jack, he's been a great player for Rangers, but his time's up.
I don't think he'll ever play for Rangers ever again, to be honest with you. There was an announcement, I think the manager saying in his press conferences this week that the injury is more complex than the first anticipated, and basically he's out long term. So
they're just not giving you the bad news.
Which is a shame, because actually when Ryan Jack plays for Rangers, I haven't seen the best of John Lundstrom, to be honest with you.
But if he's not coming back, if he's not going to be fully fit.
No, but then we lose another Scottish player.
So you need to replace him. I've even seen, I know this is just throwing this in there because it was on follow. All the chat about trying to get Lewis Ferguson, that he's got a bad injury as well. So plus he's not going to come to Rangers now when he's cruising.
Lewis Ferguson's a 20-25 million pound footballer now.
He's went to a good level and he's comfortable.
There's an argument if we get Lewis Ferguson, we'd have probably ruined it, to be honest with you.
That's true. You know? So the point you've got there is, which good Scottish player can you get in to fill it? Because I know what you're meaning, you need the Scottish players in there. There's no many.
The boy Barron for Aberdeen, there was quite heavy talk of him. He was actually out the team when Barry Robson was the manager. He wasn't picking him at all. On the basis that the rumour obviously the pre-contract had been signed with Rangers privately. So how true that was, don't know. He's back in the team now, but the boy Barron I think he's got a good pedigree. Lennon Miller at Motherwell. He's only 17 years old though.
But he's a good player. He's a good prospect.
Looks a very, very good talent as well.
Because that might be the road we go down as young boys. We might need to go down that road.
Ollie McBurney's making noise in the presses that he wants to come up and stuff.
I didn't read it. I seen follow had a comment.
He's the next Kyle Lafferty. Vladimir Weiss would walk over broken glass and fire to come to Ibrox sort of thing. But
what age is he now?
I think he's still in his 20s. He's relatively young.
That could be possible, but it's big wages, it's big money. Can we take that chance?
Well, if he's that desperate, does he really want the money? Do you know? Sheffield's United are heading for the Championship. So
well, it could be a go.
Could be a possibility.
He's always claiming he's a Rangers man, isn't he?
Yeah. So what we're seeing here, just look at one for March. So Sky looking at a 5:30 kickoff next season for Saturday. Is that for the Old Firm games? They're talking about 5:30 kickoff.
Well, do you want to elaborate on that one? So Sky Sports, 60 games next. Is that 60?
Sky Sports 60 games next season. SPL 5-year deal, 24 to 29, 2024 to 29. Can add 20 more on top, 80 games, extra cash pot. So it looks as if Sky Sports are good, which I'm surprised about.
That must have been late in the night then. I don't mind the 5:30 kick-off. So that was, you might be a bit young to remember this. I'm just trying to remember. Around about 15-20 years ago, maybe now. You know that way time flies in when you're not enjoying yourself. There used to be where Rangers would play at home, say Celtic were away, it wasn't meant to be Rangers Celtic, but it was, because that's how you watch on Sky, right?
Yep, yep.
If Rangers played, what they would do was, after the game, you get to the pub and 20 minutes later, the Celtic game would appear on the television because they were playing at night.
Yep.
And everybody in Scottish football and British football kind of liked that because it kept the games tight together, and it meant after the game, a lot of people's attitude was, I'll just stay out. So the pubs liked it.
Yep.
So that was when it was I think it was a 6 o'clock kick after they'd done that way, I don't really remember. Or 5:45 or something like that.
Regular midweek games.
But a half five
you're
kick-off.
kind of in the mid-90s, I seem to remember you're kind of like your 8 in a row, 9 in a row team. A team that kind of faced up against Tommy Burns' Celtic.
Aye, that's when I'm talking about.
Regularly midweek games.
But I thought there was a rule you can't have a live game on when there was other games on. So the other game,
I think it's the 3 o'clock on the Saturday in
that
Barclays.
finishes at 4:45, so you could do it.
Aye, yep. So.
So we'll take calls. If anybody's giving us a call, we need to have your last 3 digits. But you need to move the screen down for us. Sorry,
guys, if you're wanting to make a wee call in, best thing to do for us, if you can leave your last 3 numbers in the comments box so we know who you are, because unfortunately we do get some calls that we can't accept. We comment from Board Silly there. Everyone said there would be a few twists and turns.
Definitely.
And that's ours.
Unfortunately, the way it's going right now, it could be all the twists and turns that are going against us.
Aye.
However, we've got a game tomorrow night, hopefully.
The thing I remember is they're no great.
They're no great.
They're no the super duper football team that they seem to think. They're in a bit of an upward trend just now. You can't deny that.
The thing about them is, as I said last week again, if we balls it up, they've got the ability to skitter across the line. They've got players that they could be absolutely garbage, but they'll still get a 3-4 victory. And again, I know that people might say, well, that doesn't make sense, but it does. They've got the players that can turn the last 10 minutes, they can score 2 and 3 goals. Well, we haven't got that. We didn't look like beating Ross County.
You seen that one earlier on in the season with Motherwell. Motherwell scored at the 95th minute, and they scored in the 90th.
They ran up and scored. We don't have that resilience. And when we do, it's one-offs, it's not a regular. You need to be on a regular basis. Listen, I hope we're right with that one, and there is games still. There's no plenty of football to be played, but there's still football to be played.
We've still got to go there. And by laws, the thing is that we're due a win against them. Well, we are due a win.
This is the only thing that might, again, I know this could come back to bite me in the bum saying this, but it might benefit us the fact that if we were going to Celtic Park looking for a draw, we would have probably got an annihilation. Whereas if you go having to get a win, in the old days anyway, the old Rangers teams of the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 80s, if you needed a win at Parkhead, a win or nothing, it was always a better performance.
Aye, yeah. I mean, once you're going at 1-0 with loud drops, Ian Durant scoring and this kind of stuff,
and then that changes it all again. It's so close, but the other thing you would need to add into the mix here is the goal difference is in favour of Celtic as well now.
Yeah. Yep.
You need to be realistic with that, because you made a point. Our striker has only scored 1 goal in 9 games, so that's a problem that you need to address.
But we've got a striker there who apparently is now back to full fitness, who knows what it takes to win a league with Rangers.
I agree with that. So why was he not included in the squad last week?
Well, he was obviously just dropped. Some of these decisions are a wee bit kind of inexplicable that he's dropped. He came on. He looked quite busy on Sunday when he came on. He looked interested and stuff, but he needs to start. He's the kind of player that really needs to. He needs to start a game. To be honest, he's that kind of.
And would it be that bad to drop Dessers? I don't think it would be a bad.
See what he did. I don't think. See what he does to deserve to stay the team. He's sitting with his hands in his head in the benches, and he knows he's not doing a good job.
Aye. So that's an option for us. The only reaction that we want tomorrow night is goals. Rangers winning, but we want goals. We need these players to start showing some fight.
I think we need a good fight. We need to win. It's more so, yes, we do need to win, and obviously goals and stuff are important. We need a convincing. We need to go out and we need to play
set a marker.
We need to go out there and dominate a game and actually have a right good, and just wash our hands with the nonsense that's went on in the last 6 weeks, and just say, right, we're back here. This is our platform. Let's get a marker down here. On to Sunday. Let's get ourselves into the final. Show what we can do, and just get on with this.
I mean, they're all saying about it's a funny old game and all that, and how quickly it can change. Dundee away and then Hearts in the semi. That's 2 games that if Rangers lose them, the fans will be absolutely irate. Because that would be the season over. In my opinion, anyway. I know that might sound like throwing a towel in. I don't see a way back after that. I know having the Scottish Cup would be devastating. But they win the 2 games, and if Celtic would have dropped points, then all of a sudden it's back on.
Yep, yep.
Hello?
Disappointing. Hello.
Hello?
Is that a Cockman?
Yes, it is. How you doing? Who's that?
It's Carol from Southend.
How you doing, Carol? All right? How's things?
Alright.
Good, good, good. How you been today? How you feel?
Well, I was feeling, I felt terrible on Sunday, but I felt even worse when I started watching some of the podcasts.
Yeah.
My God, we talked about the Celtic supporters getting into meltdown.
I know, I know.
My goodness.
Well, that's
We
it.
went completely apeshit. I'm
Ah,
not kidding.
well, disappointed. What's your...
Everybody's got the blame here. Everybody. I mean, they all buy into managers.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they all turn on them.
I don't think anyone's turned on the
He could walk in water.
I don't think anyone's turned on the manager. I don't think anyone said that he's doing a bad job really. I think we're picking faults and everything. That we're saying he's not picked the correct team in the last 2 weeks, and I don't...
You get a fine line thing as well, Carol, as if somebody's making a mistake, nobody should be above criticism.
No, I agree with that.
The thing is,
I agree with it.
you'll remember what I was talking about a minute ago, as soon as when he dropped, he done it with Graham Roberts as well, but he done it with Terry Butcher. Sometimes the manager has to prove who's boss. Alex Ferguson was
I totally agree, Si.
great for it.
You've got to put it down, you've got to say, that's it.
Because
Don't get coaching at a team.
it's back to what I'm saying, Carol. See if he doesn't do it, and he keeps saying players next season, he'll lose his job. That's me telling you a fact. So it's self-preservation as well. These players have let too many managers down because they let Gerrard down as well at times.
Yep.
Aye.
Yep.
But it's the same ones.
That's what I mean. So you need to make a marker.
The Dessers isn't a great forward, but you take it for consistency. He's there all the time. You can't say, oh, we'll play Roof for the next 7 games. There's no guarantee Roof will last 5 minutes.
Aye, but you can play him tomorrow night and give him a chance. That's the point we're making. But they're going to need to do something different.
I know, but then you go that he'll not be able to play on Saturday because he's done something. I've never heard of anybody not being able to play because they hurt their thumb. I remember seeing Franz Beckenbauer playing with a broken collarbone for 4 weeks with his arm taped up.
Again,
allowed to tackle people.
That's the way football's went. Unfortunately, but I agree with you. But the days of guys playing for the jersey are gone.
I know that, but that was we let that go. It was Rangers that let that go. They don't bring through anybody that's a bear. I mean, you keep hearing this boy in the second team, that boy in the second team looks good. They never get a chance.
Never seen him.
They don't get a chance.
I mean, there's one to throw in there, and he might be injured. But what's the script with Lovelace? I thought he was back.
I thought he looked good, but he never get his chance early enough.
Never got a chance.
Now you're saying he's a bit, he needs to learn a bit. How are you going to learn?
I don't think he's going to learn the whole league, definitely.
I hope we win tomorrow night, Si, and on Sunday. Just take it, see the boys that go to the away games and that. I felt sorry for the guys.
Aye.
Get up there
And on the back of the fact that they got to Dundee twice.
I know.
So it's been hard.
I hate Dundee, Si, because I remember my old supporters club was the one with the Dundee United that tried to take it into court to get the money back when Dundee United wouldn't do it.
Aye, that was it again. Aye.
Well, I knew it was my supporters club, but my old supporters club, and they're still loyal, that tried to
take them to court, that's right.
Court.
But I mean, the problem with that is, I mean, again, on the game couldn't go ahead at Dens Park, but across the road at Tannadice it's gone. But all these things are, at the end of the day, if you can't beat Ross County in a game where you need to win. If you want to win the league, you need to be winning.
Dens Park.
Aye.
Last week when you were sneaking in.
Aye, but even again, that just shows you how they treat supporters and all that. What I was trying to explain to the guy was, we're trying to tell fans as quickly as possible they might not need to travel. And that their attitude is, don't expose that because we'll make the decision. You don't count. You just watch the game. The supporters are always treated second best.
Ross, treated like rubbish. Hey, my missus says hello, Si.
Aye.
I'll be coming up shortly if I ever get her, take her out to Lourdes and get her future an MOT, you know.
Aye, I'll just get her a swallow in the Bristol. Cut out the middle man.
Okay, I'm not be drinking, Si. I've stopped drinking.
Aye, quite right.
Only drink days that end in Y, you know.
Aye, well, if Rangers don't get a win tomorrow night, I'll be on the swally.
Aye. Okay, Si, I'll let you go.
All right, pal.
As usual.
All the best.
No, one thing.
Aye.
When you putting on your Rangers tunes again, because I was up at 5:30 on a Saturday morning having a wee sash bash, you know.
I'll need to get him back on when I get a chance. We're just all been that busy. I'm just trying to get as many people. We're all, everybody with Gers TV is all trying to do their best. It's just, we've all got our own lives as well. It's heavy going.
Sorely missed yous. See you later, Si. Bye.
All the best, pal. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good positive call there for Carl.
I think that's us told off.
Aye. No, at the end of the day, it's all about opinions.
Definitely. We don't mean to be net. I think it's just the level of disappointment that we are.
See if we do a show tonight and we say everything's fine and dandy, we're going to get pelters.
We're deluded as well. It's hard to find the balance between being positive and obviously we're doing that as well. We shouldn't be in the position we're in just now. We should be flying at the top of the league. You know,
Aye.
we should be, rubbing our hands and counting the days down, actually planning, title parties and then, looking at when the fixtures come out today, we should be looking and going like, right, where are we going to win the league? We're going to win the league at Ibrox, we're going to win it at Dens Park, we're going to win it St Mirren Park,
And that's reverse because that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing, because they fancy themselves very much.
They do. And you need to at least give them a battle. That's what. This is the point that we're trying to make.
Yep.
At least give a team to be proud of. If we don't win it, fine. If we try our best, then that's all we're asking. But you need to have the effort because the fans have got the effort. The season tickets came out again early.
Aye.
They came out and the fans responded.
£682.
So the fans responded. So I think it's only fair that they always tell you how great it is when the fans are on their side. Well, do something back for the fans. At least give it your all. Because I honestly feel for a part of that game at the Ross County that the players chucked it.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it. Genuinely, I just think
the man of the Sunday's inexplicable for me. I can't seriously go over it. It's brutal, absolutely. But I don't have any words for it.
Aye, sorry for missing a call there. If anybody's phoning in, we need the last 3 digits just so we know who you are.
Yep.
We're getting there, guys. Other than that, what else is there? Tomorrow night's game. So what's the plan of action tomorrow night?
So tomorrow night, it's been confirmed it's a Dens Park. We went up and done this pitch inspection today. Forecast is looking reasonably favourable. I'm giving your godly talk with the weather on this.
Aye, so I'm assuming, right, because again, I'm throwing this to yourself just to give me your opinion on it.
Yep.
I'm assuming that is the pitch inspection done.
Yes.
And the game's on.
Yes.
They can't have another one tomorrow. They can't have, because supporters are going from different places in the country.
Yep.
But I was trying to tell you two buffoons at Dundee.
Yep.
Guys are travelling. There was a guy outside said the boys are coming in from Belfast, 2 or 3 of them.
Aye.
They want to go on a plane or no. So that hopefully is the decision made. The game's going ahead.
Aye. There was it's quite widely publicised about the guy and his boy came up from Wales as well twice.
Aye.
Wee man's in, I think they were staying in St Andrews. I think they were staying quite close where the team was staying.
It's not good enough.
Wee man's breaking his heart over not getting to see the Rangers. It's terrible. But it's the thing when you're in Dundee. It's like the whole thing, like get out, you're not well. It's like the total lack of transparency within the Scottish game is.
They don't like the fans.
I mean,
The Germans treat the fans with respect.
oh, like totally. I mean, you look at even the likes of getting these fixtures announced today. We were told that they were going to boot them, and then you're going to get them after the Dundee game, and all of a sudden they're shoved right in front of your face. You look at the voice recording from the VAR decision at Parkhead, where Joyce has handled the ball at the park.
You don't deserve to hear it.
You're not allowed to hear that. So you're trying to ask about going out to the park and stuff like that. You're not allowed to sit. Look, let's get on you.
Did you send an application form in and all that? The stadium's open. I had a ticket for the game. Surely, if I'm up there and I'm able to send that out to thousands of people to say, don't go, don't waste your day off work, and don't go on your supporters bus, that's a good thing. But these guys don't care.
No,
they don't care, and it's costing Rangers fans a fortune.
Aye.
But can't feel sorry for ourselves. Tomorrow night, Rangers need to go out and they need to have a convincing win.
Yep. So we've got to. The thing is, we've got to go out there and we've got to pick the right team tomorrow night. I'm all for Seema starting through the middle of tomorrow night, rather than Dessers. I'm all for Seema.
Trapping Dessers. Trapping Silva.
Maybe. So I'm thinking Matondo, Seema,
starting.
Silva,
Roof starting. And you could have.
I don't think the manager fancies him.
No, I don't. I think he's gave up on him. Maybe it's because of long term he's not going to be there.
Well, there's that as well. There's no point in playing players you're not going to believe.
So I kind of agree with you up front. What do you think defence wise? Because this is the big thing. Does he make a big call or no? I don't think he will.
I don't think he will. No, I can't see it. I can't. As much as it pains me to say it, I can't see it. I can't see it happening.
That'll concern me about the manager, because the manager's got to be a leader and you should be terrified of him.
Yep.
And if we don't make the big decisions, because I'll tell you he'll be pissed off as well, the goalie.
Aye.
He's standing behind it.
Yep. The goalie's flapping his hands and throwing his hands up there like, what's going on here? You know, he's literally playing out his skin
Aye.
to do it.
That's incredible. So I agree with you, they probably won't make the changes, but if they don't make the changes and, God forbid, Dundee score first, then they might be in a position where...
He'd go down. Same again. It's almost like we need to score first and everything. See if we don't score, it's almost like we need to score first and we need to score within the first 20 minutes.
Aye.
And if that doesn't happen, all hell starts breaking loose.
So, because we really need that confidence boost, we need to get the swagger back in the team. But I actually don't think there'll be many changes for the team on Sunday. I find it incredible Sterling is not getting started. He should be who we're building at midfield around.
I don't see what Doyle's done to earn a starting place in the middle of the park over Sterling. Now, we all know that the middle of the park is not Sterling's position, right?
Aye.
There. But if Lundstrom needs help in the middle of the park as far as defensive work is
That would
concerned,
certainly indicate Sterling until you've got the adequate players in.
Aye.
And then you've also got the scenario where you've got Cantwell, who's been in and out of the team.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to start. We need to go out there and the fact that Dundee's pissed us about one and the fans about, and the fact that we need a result, go out and give him a good doing.
Yep.
But I don't think our players think that way. That's the way we think, fans. I don't think our players think that way. Our players don't dislike the opposition the way we do.
Aye, there's very strange football's not like it used to be. You know, it used to be that you would only go certain places. So these guys all kind of, you see, even after the game on Sunday, the Old Firm game, where it's a wee bit kind of broke out and stuff. But I think McGregor and Campbell had a couple of words with each other and stuff like that. The days gone by, people would be flying in going, this is great. Next thing you know, John Souttar's over again, Greg Taylor, how you doing, mate, and stuff. And I know they're both Scotland internationalists and stuff like that. But see, when you're on your part, the only thing you should be seeing is blue and green and white.
Aye.
The only two things, that's all you see. You don't see your pal.
You should have the same passion as the fans.
Aye. Don't care who you play in your boys' club with, I don't care who goes out with your... I don't care.
Aye. And we don't have that. The more night, to me, Rangers should be creating a war. We should be going out there for the fans, for the club, for the jersey, a wee bit of pride, and going out there and getting that result. And showing exactly what you said, what the captain's not showing.
Yeah.
And I know surrender attitude of saying, do you know what, the shit's hit the fan, but we can still win this.
Yeah. Nobody's going to give this to us. No, and the only way the Rangers know how to do it is to do it the hard way.
No, I agree with that. Just if Andy's want to give you a call, do you want to read that out quickly, the number?
Yep. Sort that mic out. Big Barry's saying, my mate.
0141 319 5230 if you want to give us a wee call. Just use the last 3 digits and you can get on.
Barry, why don't you give a call in, mate? The number's there on the screen.
Aye, I don't moan.
Aye.
Hey, everybody's wanting to moan.
And don't moan. Aye, yep.
There's not been much good news. I'm trying to think of any good news that's come out of Ibrox in the last couple of days. I can't think of anything, to be honest.
No, it's been a bit...
Press conference will be tomorrow.
I think it was today. I think he did the presser today.
I never saw it.
I've not had a chance to see it yet. I think the presser's come out today. No, there's not really much else apart from that. The fixtures came out, St Mirren away to start with on the 28th.
Aye, we'll that. We'll maybe get a graphic up and that. We'll see if we can get that.
Aye, get St Mirren on the 28th, excuse me. Kelly at home on the 5th of May. Get Parkhead on the 11th of May, which is a Saturday as well.
Okay. So that's a 12:30?
Yes, yep, that's there. Dundee at home as well, which we're actually due to another kind of away game. And I actually thought we'd have got Dundee's there. We actually been given.
About that in the chat.
So we've had our 17 home games and our 17 away games. So was that kind of anomaly with the split coming in? But I think, you know, I would rather go to St Mirren away than go to Dundee away, to be honest with you, given the state of the park.
I agree with that.
And if we manage somehow to get it done to the last day, we've got Tynecastle in the last game of the season.
Which is one of our harder ground.
Which is, aye. But we've got a good record against Hearts, which we do. So you've got to think
there's comments on social media, Ryan, Celtic have got 3 home games, we've got 2, right?
Yep.
In my opinion, see this stage of the season, looking for excuses and looking for ways out and everything else doesn't wash with me.
No, not at all.
Whether it's 3 at home, 3 away, 2 at home, whatever, every team in that league, if we want to win it now, we need to beat them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every team we play against, it doesn't matter if it's at Ibrox. And by the way, it could be toxic at Ibrox as well, like you said.
Aye,
it
really?
could be toxic at Ibrox, so sometimes that away ground is easier for the players.
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm always one I'd like to get behind the players as much as I possibly can, but there's only so much you can take.
Aye, we're a bit send at times.
It's brutal. But I'd never boo a player off the park. That's one thing I've always said I would never do. I'd never boo a player. Don't get me wrong, I don't always get up and clap people. You know, sometimes people go up and they get a clap and say, I think it's a good game today. You know, I'll clap them up, but standing ovations and stuff, I mean,
Aye, I don't get it.
not for me. Not for me, not always.
Just try to catch up with the comments. There's a few comments coming in, but I don't see any we've missed.
No, not at all. Looking for any calls, guys. If anyone wants to give us a wee shout out, I'd appreciate it.
Aye, let us know if you want to give us a wee call.
Keep us going.
You might have a different opinion for us, that's fine. Listen, everybody's got opinions.
Aye.
I don't expect everybody to agree with us.
Aye. If you think that Golson or Tav should be the mainstay of the defence for the rest of the season, love to hear it.
Aye, we'll never progress with a back four like that. That's been a problem for a long time. It's too much loyalty to the same players, and see when I watch Goldson now, I actually think Golson's legs are gone. I just think he's finished as a player.
Hello, who's calling?
Hi guys, it's Jordan Fleischer. How you doing?
How you doing, Jordan? You well, mate? Thanks for calling in, pal. How are you tonight?
I'm still angry after Sunday, to be fair.
Aye.
I just didn't expect that. I'm going to be honest, I'm not overly confident tomorrow night. I know you probably want to hear that. But, I just think the players have let us down far too many times.
Yep.
Sick of seeing the same old players, and it seems to be a repeat of the same old players that are doing it to us. But we're still in a title race. I just want to know, what would the message be if you guys were like, come on, what would you be saying to these players starting for tomorrow night and then taking 5 games, including the one away at that dump in the East End?
Yep.
What would your message be to the players going into these last 6 games?
To me, it's quite simple. If you want to be playing with Rangers next season, or if you want to be involved with the club, get the finger out your arse now, because I would get rid of quite a lot of them if they don't.
Yep. Definitely. Go out there and fight. Put your heart in your sleeve and go out there and fight for what's yours. There's no doubt about it. The vast majority of players and teams in this country, when they play against us, raise their game. You know, half the play. You think when Rangers play Aberdeen, you think somebody's got Graham Shinney's wains up the road tied up the way he plays against us.
So I mean, it's all about playing for pride now. But they've still got the they can still win the league. Technically, they can still win the Scottish Cup. It's all there to be played for. So feeling sorry for yourself here at an club.
Aye, definitely.
Well, we're getting up statements out for Tab saying disappointed every single time we lose a game and we're expecting to win the game at the end of the day.
Nobody's listening to me anymore. Aye, nobody's listening to a word he's saying.
I'll be honest, Jordan, I was absolutely disgusted with his post-match interview on Sunday. Absolutely disgusted. I thought it was absolutely. Obviously, he comes out and he's very neutral and he's trying to be professional and he's not want to do anything controversial and stuff like that. But I was disgusted with his post-match interview. It just reeked of a man that was just simply defeated. It just looks as if he's chucked the towel in.
Aye, I mean, it didn't fill me with any confidence.
No, it was awful. It was by far his worst interview as Rangers captain. It was appalling, to be honest with you.
Aye.
I know. Well, we pay obviously the bring them ideas and me your season tickets. You've still got a full section next week.
Yep.
So my message is get the finger at your arse and actually start playing for Glasgow Rangers and know what it means to play for Glasgow Rangers. Not coming second best to that lot across the city. It's about trophies and putting your heart in. And my opinion is, if the shirt's too big for you or too heavy at the end of the day, then get the fuck away from the club. That's the way I see it at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Walter Smith's great phrase was out there. Coming second isn't an option. You should only ever put yourself second. You know, when it comes to the club, so something like that. That's the only time second will ever be good enough.
It's really getting to that stage. If they want to be there, they've got, in my opinion, 4 or 5 weeks left to prove themselves for next season, and that, to me, that's every single player in the squad. If they want to be a part of the club, they'll need to show it, because their attitude, some of the players, in my opinion, their attitude is worse than I've ever known. They've got the ability. Some of these guys have got the ability, but you need to want to win. And the concentration levels, that's inexcusable at this stage of your career as a football player. That's inexcusable.
It's what I was saying earlier on, Jordan. It was unprofessional, but it's also some of the stuff's borderline childish. To be honest with you.
It's almost as if leaving it to another player because it's not my fault. You can take the blame. I don't care.
Aye.
That kind of thing. So you need leadership. You need leaders. But I'll give Tavernier a wee break for a second here. Everybody on the park should be a captain at this stage of the season, and everybody on the bench should be a captain. We need leaders, and everybody's going to have to fight for the cause.
Have you got a particular 11 for the tomorrow night, Jordan, who you like to see playing?
Well, play your strongest 11. I know, obviously, come on, I'm never going to outdoubt the guy, and he's done a fantastic job since he's come in. Like you said, I think, like you said earlier on, He said if these players remain at next season, he's going to get them the sack. That's the last thing I want to see at the end of the day.
Agree.
Keep it simple, play your strongest team, show no mercy at Dundee tomorrow, and get out and absolutely ramp them at 5 or 6-0. I'm being honest, I'm being serious here. And then get a good positive result against Hearts, and then maybe get into the split. We're obviously feeling a wee bit better. It's not going to take away the risk out of the result at the end of the day, but we're going to have a wee bit more optimism.
I agree with that.
Go, especially when we're going to that midden across the city in 11th. Go there and show it, and never mind there's 60,000 of them there. Tell them there's 60,000 of our fans there. Go and play your game, get right in their faces, which we've never done hardly any, and then you might see a fun unfortunate end of the day. But unfortunately, players are just not showing that, and I can never understand why.
The last time we done it against Celtic at Celtic Park was under Gerrard. We've not had that attitude. For some reason, the last 3 managers, and I include Clement in this, have gave Celtic far too much respect. If you remember Beale's first game back, we had the game in the bag, minutes to go, and then he tried to defend it rather than kill them off. Clement making the mistake of dropping his best players and changing the game to suit to accommodate how Celtic play. Give him no respect. But before that game comes, we need to beat Dundee. I agree with you, and we need to be convincing tomorrow night.
Yep,
and it's one game at a time. Don't look towards like the Old Firm game or the first game in the split or one good game that we're confident of winning. It's each game at a time right now. Every game is a cup final, regardless of what happens. The semi-final on Sunday, no, it's a cup final on Sunday. That's the way you should be treated at the end of the day. And if they're not in that mind, they shouldn't be at Rangers at the end of the day. They should be doing it at some sort of pinfall mid-league club, doing a League One or something like that. They shouldn't be at a club like Rangers.
The other thing as well, I would say, is if any players if any way the managers get any doubt that any players are kind of no being truthful about their fitness, they shouldn't be back at Ibrox next season either, because we need fighters in it. We need fighters in it. Even if you're not the best player in the team, this is coming down to a battle now.
Aye, yep, definitely. We need to stop the losing so many goals. That's the thing it's uncharacteristic of us in the last few games that we've lost so many goals. Our defensive record up until
good.
When was the last time you seen a team score a fantastic goal against us?
I know, it's always calamities. That's the thing. It's calamity after calamity. I mean,
It's the usual suspects as well. Goldson.
Aye.
I always think his service, right, but the guy's not good enough anymore. His legs are gone in the day. You could argue then next year or something like that, whether he's a legend at the club or no. Goal scoring wise, I'll never ever thank him enough. But defensive, the guy's just not got it in him at the end of the day.
Aye.
And a lot of people don't understand that's what we signed him for it.
In the first place.
Crucial set pieces, but the guy can't defend.
Simple
as that.
His best days, in my opinion, was when he linked up with Candace, and he's never had that again. But listen, that's on the past. I agree with you. I just think that the manager, Clement, needs to make a big call tomorrow night. He needs to show he's a boss and make a big decision. And I don't know any Rangers fan out there that disagrees with dropping dropping Golson.
It's a statement. And I think if you're going to drop Golson, you don't take it till you don't wait until the semi-final and when that's every game's a must-win game at Rangers, but that is like that is like you can't. There's no second chances. Like, obviously, losing on Sunday, we're not out the equation. But if we don't win on Sunday coming, then we are out the equation as far as the Scottish Cup's concerned. And you drop them, and it's a statement to say like nobody in this team is in dropping.
Aye, but that's your opinion. Great call, mate. To be fair, great call.
Thanks on the ground, mate. To be honest with you, so anytime. Thanks for calling in, pal.
No problem at all, guys.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best,
Thanks.
mate.
Cheers.
Thank
Bye.
you.
See you later.
Cheers. So that was a good call. People, it's no doom and gloom. It's just basically you've got to call it how it is. See if you go to do a show where we want to be honest, then you need to be honest.
Aye, yeah.
See if Rangers are outstanding, we'll tell you they're outstanding. But
aye, definitely.
See if it's a crock of shit.
Yeah, I'd like to think we're honest. I don't think we'll give praise to the opposition. Obviously, like Simon Murray looked absolutely there. Something I was going to ask you about Simon Murray actually. Did you maybe heard in the second half where he was turning around and telling the ball boy not to give Rangers the ball back? Did you hear that?
No, I was in the Alarm Rangers club, but it was quite noisy.
That was one that was it was heard quite clearly over the microphone. One of the microphones sitting at the side of the park. That the ball boy apparently, according to Simon Murray, was giving Rangers the ball back too quickly for throw-ins.
Aye.
And you quite clearly hear them giving instructions.
This is what we're talking about though. These teams are calculated. These teams dislike Rangers.
Aye. And the thing is as well, that's potentially a yellow card offence because poor sportsmanship, kicking the ball away.
Aye.
Apparently taking your top off is poor sportsmanship. Acts of poor sportsmanship are deemed to be a bookable offence.
Aye.
So turn around and tell the ball boy not to give Rangers the ball back, is that pretty poor?
Aye, I mean it happened with the Old Firm game. Carter Vickers walks here, the ball's stopped, it's a free kick, he walks in and kicks the ball away. An automatic foul and a booting.
Aye. Yeah.
But the rules don't apply when it's against Rangers.
That's all. It's not. I'll take getting beat if a team. Obviously, teams deserve. I think Ross County deserve to beat us on Sunday. And I don't think
they deserve their win.
You know, they deserve to beat. You know, by no means. If we'd won that game on Sunday, it's a crime to football.
I mean, the thing is as well, right? And this kind of sums it up for me. Obviously, I was coming back from Port Russia at the time, so I only seen the second half, and I missed the first 5 minutes of the second half as well. But since I've spoken about it tonight, and I spoke to you guys and everybody else, nobody's once turned around and went, "Oh, you missed a good first half." So it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been any better.
The first half performance was as bad as it was against there. And to be honest, if we were playing against a better calibre team than Ross County, no, nothing against Ross County. Obviously, they did beat us and they done the business against us. But we were playing against a better calibre of opposition. It would have been the same 2-0 down, if not worse. There, and we got up 1-0, an own goal. So it's not as if we can say we've done well. We've not scored a goal. They've scored a goal in their own net. There's a lot of people criticising the manager for not making changes at half time and stuff like that. Okay, fine.
He really does though, to be fair to him, he really does. He's made 10 minutes into the second half, man.
He does it. I mean, I think he's braver in his half time substitutions than previous managers. You know, you would buy 165 minutes, Warburton would always bring on 2 or 3 guys. It was always like regular.
And Beale's on the 70 minutes, so he was bringing them on.
Aye, so it was regularly clockwork, but you never really seen it where like Gerrard would ever kind of bring people on at half time. It wasn't doing well and stuff like that. So I think he's a wee bit more brave in that respect. He subbed off Cantwell at half time a couple of times. I think he's taken Scott Wright off at half time, just off the top of my head that I can remember. So there's scenarios where he has done it. He recognised his own mistakes and stuff like that, but I thought he could have made a couple of changes on Sunday past at half time to try and bring things, because the defending was clamorous. They missed a really good chance. The boys had the ball cut back to him in the first half, and he's pretty much more or less in the penalty spot, and he's nearly put it out of the stadium, to be honest with you. But there's any half decent striker.
They've probably done us a favour scoring in early doors, maybe gave us a kick up the arse, but
aye, to be honest, yeah.
As I said, I never seen the first half, so I would be ringing me to comment on it, and I've not got the heart to watch it now. After watching the second
half. There's showbiz, Sam. First half, Rangers had 4 goals, County 2. Dessers with 2 glaring misses, and the young County forward had 2 that were even worse than that.
Aye.
So, but it just comes down to Dessers' chance to goal ratio is just.
Aye, he's a likeable guy. Dessers, like, so he's one of the guys you kind of feel bad criticising because I like him as a person. He looks like a nice guy.
Aye.
But he tends to do things like try to pass the ball into the net when you should be blue-on it, and blue-on it when you should be passing it.
Well, the one that he had in the first half where he's put it over the bar, one of the chances that Showbiz Sam's talking about, the boss came out on his left foot. Now, he takes touches and takes too long when he shouldn't, when he's hit away first time. Aye. And then he hits it away first time on his bad foot, when he's getting an opportunity, he can actually just say it himself, just take a touch and find a corner.
So, I mean, the argument with that is Matondo realised he had a problem with his performances, and he started to work on that, the goals he scored.
Aye, yep.
What are we doing with Dessers in that regard? Because he's not getting any better.
No, nothing, to be honest with you. It's...
I just think it's down to lack of ability, to be honest. I don't think he's good enough.
I think he's an honest professional, and I can't say that about everybody at Ibrox, to be honest with you. He's
certainly trying.
You know, he's running his guts off and stuff, and he is always making options, he's trying to make runs. But pure and simple, his finish is not good enough. His chance to goal ratios, I just said a second ago, isn't good enough. He's not fast. It's just, and it's nobody wants to be a better player than what I do. I would love them to be, you know. I know there was talk a couple of weeks ago that Danilo was training again, but do you think we'll see him before the end of the season? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I've got no idea. You see him in the gym and stuff like that. He's back on the weight training and stuff like that. He's a £6 million football player, and if you bring him back too soon and he breaks down again,
you're losing money on him. You know, if you got to sell him.
Are you then getting another Kamal Roof in your books?
Aye. No, great points. I think that's probably tied up everything for the night, isn't it? We've missed out.
Aye, yep. So 8:10 PM is that the time, is it? Okay. I've got to get nothing else to it.
Aye, no, guys, thank you very much for watching the show tonight. Thanks for the calls.
Thanks for the couple of calls. Last week comment, Showbiz Sam. There's no lack of ability with Dessers, scores the impossible, misses the simple. It's mentality, no strikers, no title. I think you said that yourself, but no strikers, no title, didn't you?
Aye, I mean, you don't want to laugh about it, but that's what it's doing. He scores some great goals and he misses some.
His goal against Betis there was incredible. I was in the stand screaming, somebody help him, somebody get to the box and help him when he stuck it under the goalkeeper.
Aye.
So,
It just is what it is. But guys, thank you very much for all the support. We've
thanks guys, sorry we couldn't be a wee bit more cheerier, but hopefully tomorrow night.
keep in touch with us as well, guys. Anybody wants to contribute a wee bit more, be a regular call or anything like that, we can arrange it, because we just need to know who the numbers are.
Aye.
If we get the last 3 digits, maybe a couple of days before or the day of the shows,
Aye.
we'll make sure you're on at a certain time and stuff like that.
You can privately message in your number, we can save it in our phone book, so when your call comes through we can actually see who's calling, because we took a couple of calls blind tonight, which was obviously a calculated risk, wasn't it? So.
Aye, but it worked out well. We'll just try to improve the show every week. We'll have the lasses back here probably next week.
Yep.
But I'll not be here. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to Disneyland next week.
Disneyland.
Jackson.
Brilliant.
Aye. So it's all happening. But we'll still have a show. We'll have something
You'll be getting
on.
robbed blind then.
I can imagine.
You don't take 5s and 10s of it, it's only £20, €20 notes you take, you know that?
And there's a big Mickey running about all the time. The mouse. The Sunday, we'll do some kind of show on Sunday.
Aye, I've got a wee plan, I'll talk to you off here. Once we're there, I've got a wee something for you.
And we'll keep it
we'll see how
busy. But most importantly, we'll keep it real. Because win, lose or draw, we need to discuss how the games are, the performances and the attitude. Let's hope there's a game tomorrow night.
Well, that's a big game.
I might come down. I don't know if I've got to Dens Park now, because I've had to change my plans.
Aye.
But if I don't go to Dens Park, I might even come down here and watch it. I was going to see about Gordy, but Gordy's in France, isn't he?
Aye, he's away, he's on holiday.
Possibly might come down here if I get somebody to come down with us and maybe give a wee call for it. Have you got a game?
No, I've childcare problems. Kind of, it's annoying because the last 2 games I actually had childcare and I was okay for it, but...
I might even phone you for do something. We'll have a wee chat about that later on. But guys,
no problem.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant,
guys.
Have
a good night.
All the best.
Streaming. Just need to stop the streaming.